Losar and Khapse, ancient traditions of Tibetan New Year, historical food and culture. Hey, food adventurers! Welcome back to the channel where we explore the world's most fascinating food traditions. I'm Amy, and today we're diving into something truly special, the ancient Tibetan New Year celebration called Losar and its most iconic food, the delicious twisted pastry known as Khapse. If you've ever wondered how Buddhist communities celebrate new beginnings with symbolic foods that carry centuries of meaning, you're in for a treat. This isn't just another holiday cookie recipe. These twisted pastries represent an unbroken cultural tradition that has survived empires, migrations, and profound historical changes. Losar, which literally means New Year in Tibetan, has origins dating back to the pre-Buddhist era of Tibet, around the 2nd century BCE. What started as an agricultural winter solstice festival under the indigenous Bon religion transformed dramatically when Buddhism arrived in Tibet during the 7th century. Instead of eliminating these pre-Buddhist practices, Buddhism skillfully absorbed and reinterpreted them. Under Buddhist influence, animal sacrifices were replaced with symbolic offerings, and the festival became intertwined with Buddhist cosmology and rituals. What's fascinating is how Losar evolved as Tibet's position along the Silk Road facilitated cultural exchange. Elements from Chinese New Year celebrations, Mongolian customs, and even Persian traditions were selectively incorporated, creating something uniquely Tibetan that still thrives today. In monasteries, elaborate ritual dances called cham are performed by monks wearing intricate masks and costumes, symbolizing the triumph of Buddhist teachings over negative forces. Each movement and gesture has specific theological significance, and some of these sacred dances are performed only during Losar. Losar celebrations typically last for 15 days, with the first 3 days being the most important. Before the new year begins, homes undergo thorough ritual cleansing. This isn't just spring cleaning. Specific mantras are recited, corners receive special attention as they're believed to harbor negative energies, and doorways are washed with milk-infused water to invite prosperity. The eve of Losar features a special ritual soup called guthuk, containing dough balls with hidden symbols that predict each family member's fortune for the coming year. Finding a chili means you have a sharp tongue, while cotton symbolizes a gentle nature. The resulting predictions become a source of good-natured teasing around the table. The first day of Losar begins before sunrise when the eldest woman rises to fetch lucky water from a nearby source. This water is boiled to create golden tea that each family member sips before speaking their first words of the year. Meanwhile, juniper branches are burned on rooftops as offerings to local deities and protectors, while prayer flags in 5 colors representing the elements are hung to spread blessings. But at the heart of Losar celebrations is the food, and nothing symbolizes Tibetan New Year quite like Khapse, these beautiful deep-fried pastry twists that are the culinary stars of the celebration. What makes Khapse so special isn't just their delicious taste, but their symbolic shapes and the way they're prepared. Each shape has meaning. Ear-shaped ones represent listening to wisdom, rectangle shapes symbolize the foundation of prosperity, and the twisted spirals we're making today represent the endless knot of Buddhism, one of the 8 auspicious symbols. In traditional Tibetan homes, making Khapse is a family activity with multiple generations working together. It's considered auspicious to make large quantities, symbolizing abundance for the coming year. The process is as important as the product. Maintaining a positive mindset while cooking is believed to influence the quality and taste of the final pastries. Now, let's make our own Khapse. Here's what you'll need. 3 cups all-purpose flour, ½ cup sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, melted, 1 egg, beaten, approximately ½ cup milk, 1 teaspoon cardamom powder, optional, for subtle flavor, vegetable oil for deep frying, about 4 cups. First, we'll prepare our dough by combining the flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, and cardamom in a large bowl. Make a well in the center and add the melted butter and beaten egg. Now gradually add milk while mixing until the mixture comes together as a firm but pliable dough. Knead the dough for about 5 to 7 minutes until it's smooth and elastic. In traditional Tibetan cooking, Dough might be needed for 108 folds, a sacred number in Buddhism, but we'll save some time today. Cover the dough with a damp cloth and let it rest for 30 minutes. Now for the fun part, shaping. We'll divide the dough into small portions about the size of a golf ball. Roll each portion into a rectangle about 5 inches long and 3 inches wide, with a thickness of approximately 1/8 inch. Using a knife or pastry cutter, cut each rectangle lengthwise into strips about 1/2 inch wide. Take each strip and gently stretch it slightly as you twist it to form a spiral shape. Then join the ends by pressing them together to form a twisted loop. The twists are said to confuse evil spirits who might try to enter the home during Losar, practical and spiritual protection in one delicious package. Heat oil in a deep pot to 350 degrees Fahrenheit 175 degrees Celsius. The oil should be about 2 inches deep. Carefully place a few caps in the hot oil, being careful not to overcrowd the pot. Fry until they're golden brown, turning occasionally, about 3 to 4 minutes. Remove with a slotted spoon and drain on paper towels. Continue with the remaining dough, allowing the oil to return to temperature between batches. Allow your caps to cool completely before storing. They can be kept in an airtight container for up to 2 weeks, which is perfect for the 15-day Losar celebration. The texture is incredibly satisfying, crunchy yet light, with just the right amount of sweetness and that hint of cardamom. Traditionally, these would be served alongside butter tea or chang, barley beer, but they're absolutely delicious on their own. What I love about foods like Khapse is how they connect us to centuries of human experience and cultural wisdom. These simple twisted pastries have been made by countless generations of Tibetan families, each imbuing them with hopes for prosperity and good fortune in the year ahead. In exile communities around the world, making Khapse during Losar has become a powerful way for Tibetans to maintain their cultural identity and pass down traditions to younger generations. Food becomes more than sustenance. It becomes a vehicle for cultural preservation and resilience. If you've enjoyed learning about Losar and Khapse, I'd love to hear which Tibetan food tradition intrigues you most. Is it the symbolic gothic soup with those fortune-telling dough balls, or would you be more interested in trying traditional chang barley beer? Let me know in the comments below. For those of you who try making Khapse at home, please share your photos. I'd love to see your twisting technique. And if you're celebrating Losar or have experienced these traditions firsthand, please share your stories. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating food traditions, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you want to support the channel and get exclusive content, check out my Patreon link in the description. Tashi Delek, everyone. May your year be filled with prosperity and your kitchen with delicious adventures. See you next time.